Hi, it's Cable X. I'm going to do a very quick video here. Now, for those that don't know, there's a radio show, so that's a radio network called Truth Fixie Radio, and the person that runs it is Chris Geo and his wife Cherie Geo. They founded in 2009 as a blog talk radio show. It was picked up by several internet radio stations until it was syndicated by the GCN or Genesis Communications Network in 2012. And what's interesting is that so many people are hosted on this, like Kev Baker, Joe Joseph, James Tracy, Mark Sargent, who does Flat Earth, Susan Endow, former CIA liaison officer, and Zachary K. Hubbard of Gematria Effect News. Now, what's very telling, is that it says syndicated by GCN, Genesis Communications Network. As I will show you that GCN is still there. What the hell's going on? Where's it gone? This is weird. Oh, thank God. So easy finding this article. It's from June the 3rd, 2005, from the late Victor Thorne, who died. So what I'm going to show you is that Zachary K. Hubbard, who has at the moment under a lot of, I don't want to use the word stress, but he's been, the last few months, I'm not going to talk about it too much. There's been a lot of infighting in the Gematria community, and he seems to be the cause of it. And there's actually accusations that he himself is an agent or gatekeeper or controlled opposition. I consider those possibilities, given the way he's been behaving and the way he slanders other people that are trying to inform the public about what's really going on in the world. But for some reason, all he wants to do is create fights and to make money. So this is what people should know. Did you know that GCN, Genesis Communications Network, which syndicates Truth Fixie Radio, run by Chris Geo, Zach's boss, Zachary Hubbard's boss, and Zachary Hubbard, has a show called Gematria Effect News on Truth Fixie Radio, syndicated by Genesis Communications Network. Is an affiliate of ABC. And ABC, as you know, is owned by whom? Disney, which owns Fox now. Because Disney these days is owning lots of things these days. And it's becoming apparent that you're not going to have many corporations these days. You're going to have like 2 corporations owning everything. Owning all the entertainment, pretty much, at this rate. Or one big, because it's really getting out of control. Now, we're not sure how deeply ABC's tentacles extend in Genesis Communications Network, and we're fairly certain that its president, Ted Anderson, that guy on Alex Jones' show who asked for donations and that, he would brush off this affiliation. Well, he would. Amounts to nothing. And I'm not going to read all this, but I'm just going to highlight some key points. What it boils down to is that if GC has given money to ABC, to his affiliate, it amounts to nothing more than feeding the beast. A perfect analogy would be a parent giving their 9-year-old son to Michael Jackson for an innocent sleepover. Obviously, I don't think any of those allegations were true anyway. They're just complete hoax. If you subscribe to GCN, and I did because I was a subscriber to the Alex Jones show years ago, but I stopped subscribing when I realised he was, just realised he was not who he says he was, or just lost interest. To some, it don't sound about right. And to prove how on the mark we are, I recently spoke with Nancy Kuneke, wife of imprisoned patriot Mark Cornkey. I can't say that name. Conkey or Mark Conkey, and she told me that once a few years ago she met with GCN President Ted Anderson, who said his ultimate goal was for GCN to make it a mainstream network. Well, it has become a mainstream. I mean, InfoWars is mainstream now. I mean, that's not a good thing, I don't think, for it to be mainstream. Because once you become mainstream, you're pretty much no longer an outlet that is all about truth. You become a propaganda source, which is what InfoWars is. We repeat, his ultimate goal was to make GCN a mainstream media network. Do you think becoming an affiliate of ABC has anything to do with attaining this goal? Also, do you think blacklisting certain truth tellers? Because that has happened. I noticed, like, the Wes's Topleys, the Alan Watts, and all these people that were not on board with anything GCN or Alex Jones used to say. Because they would, I mean, if they were around in the Trump, Trump phenomenon, so-called Trump psyop, he ran for president and then he became president. They were still around on his platform and telling the opposite of what Alex Jones is saying. It would have been a complete disagreement, which led to an angry argument. But those names don't appear on the platform anymore because they don't go with what Alex Jones's cult is, which is Donald Trump is the savior. And back to this, hell, they even broadcast corporate mind control news feeds from the USA Radio Network, another mainstream source. Again, Truth Fixie Radio Syndicate, GCN. Getting news feeds from the US Radio Network, mind control news feeds. And according to the email, they are tied to the Armed Forces Radio Network. You can find it on their website, Armed Forces Radio Network. Now, if GCN is affiliated with the military radio network, does that at least make GCN's host government agents? Well, they are. Basically, a lot of people that play on Alex Jones' show, even on Truth Fixie Radio, people guess they're mostly like shills, agents, gatekeepers. They are the one that makes take the bait of the government military news propaganda. When Miss Conkey, where she thought Ted Anderson stood in the truth movement, if really believed in these details, she said he was a businessman out to make money of the Patriot movement. There you go. That phrase, the Patriot movement. It's a con. It really is. It's all about making money. I mean, do you remember the Alex Jones info bomb where so many people donated money? I mean, we see the same thing now with these Patreons, particularly, with the Zachary Hubbard, and his friend Victor, Mr. Futures guy. They make money. Now, there's nothing wrong with making money off decoding sports. I got no objection to that, but he's made so much money for himself, but a lot of people, through his many bad picks, documented by Sports Gematria, is that he's got it wrong. And as a result, he's lost. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of followers on Patreon anymore, but he's made a lot of money. I mean, whatever happened to what happened to exposing the truth? And I'm in it for the money. And it seems like not just him, many people in the truth community are in it for the money, which is kind of sad. But also, Ted Anderson is a president of Medius Resources, whose US sales in 2004 were $8 million. $8,500,000. Not bad for someone who keeps begging his owners for money. Same thing what Zachary Hubbard does. And some of his followers do, they did say beg for money. But then Sports World documents that he's got plenty of money, despite what we're told. And there's more information here, but I'm not going to go into that because this is not related to this, because the main topic is GCN. Let me go back there. Let me go to the website that I'm talking about, TFR. And these are the people that are on here. Let's go to the full list. He's on. I think he died recently. I don't know. As I mentioned, he's on there. Some people I don't know because I don't follow this. They have this guy who does flat Earth. I'm not saying he's a control position. I'm not into flat Earth, but many people are in the gematria community. Well, I totally disagree with them. They have the right to believe that, even though I don't see the importance of flat Earth myself, but it is what it is. Susan Lindauer, former CIA liaison officer. People. There's many like her who come from the intelligence community, start doing their own radio shows or appear on TV talking about what's going on in the world, geopolitics. You know, she's like I think she's Thai. I think she's the same as Robert David Steele, Ray McGovern, and all these people. They talk bad about the West, but never talk bad about Russia, which I don't understand. It's a very strange trend. Paranormal. I mean, they talk about some weird shit, you could say. Disinformation, I think. Like UFOs and an Anunnaki. Well, I'm going to do a video on the Anunnaki. Gonna go right after the guy that started it all, Zachariah Sitchin. And by the way, his boss, Chris Geo, he's from Texas, just like Alex Jones from Texas. And using gematria, we discover that. Let's close that. Never mind. In gematria, Texas. 69, like the word Jesuit order. Oh, the Jesuit order. See, look, the Jesuit order is 69, Texas is 69, and both Alex Jones and Chris Geo are from Texas. Not a coincidence, because you got control of position, undoubtedly, in my opinion. So, my last message would be my last message on this issue would be that it's very clear that there is a lot of controlled opposition in this truth community, and the truth community itself, or the truth movement itself, has always been controlled from the get-go. And whatever truth people were out there, they are a very small minority, very small. My advice is trust what information they say, but don't trust the person giving the information. Separate what is true with what information they give. Then if you discover something that doesn't sound right, research it. If you discover that the little bit of information they give to you is disinformation, then my advice is quite simply be careful what they speak. Be careful what they speak about. They can tell you great things, but you got to see what the end product is. And it does seem like the end product seems to be I don't know. Sometimes I don't know why I do. Sometimes I lost my train of thought. Is to mislead you in the end. they'll shower you with lots of truth in your head, and they'll mislead you in the end, which is what seems to be a common theme among these truth people. Whether it's Alex Jones, whether it's Zachary Hubbard, whether it's David Icke, whether it's Jordan Maxwell, whether it's Michael Tsarian, whether it's John Birch Society, American Free Press, Victor Thorn worked for American Free Press, the late Victor Thorn. They control opposition too. So the only people that you can trust in this world is your besides your family, of course. And if you believe in God, then trust in God as well, is yourself. We don't need people to tell us what the truth is. We just got to look for ourselves. And determine what is true and what is not true. And we should learn one more thing. Okay, I think I'm babbling on too much. One more thing, we got to learn to question things. Not just in the mainstream, we've got to learn to question what alternative media says about what's going on in the world. We've got to question what they say. We can't just say, okay, mainstream media is full of lies. Let's believe what alternative media say, but we've got to know what they're saying and question what they're saying and why they're saying it.